y'all. Y'all already know what it is. We back with another video to go ahead and react today. And today we talking about NYC women are doing this to get smashed by Osei Duke Jackson. You know, I gotta react to my boy here for a little bit. That being said, let's go ahead and roll into the video.
Out in Texas compared to the experiences that I have out here are like uncomparable.
There's only one New York City in the entire world, and boy is it different. The Big Apple isn't like anything in America. It's different from Los Angeles. It's way different than Chicago because the city is built different.
I ain't gonna lie to y'all, this city is gorgeous. I got to fly in a flight simulator once upon a time at a job I was doing, and flying over this in this simulator is even just gorgeous. Like from the pilot's view, it's just amazing. So
famous five boroughs is something to look at, all of the multiculturalism involved in the city. But one of the things that stands out about New York City is Wall Street. It's the only city in America that has the stock exchange. One of the greatest stock exchanges, if not the best one in the world, which brings different types of employment to the Big Apple. The tech industry, the healthcare industry, not including the great universities like Columbia and also NYU, and many others like Fordham, attract so many people across the world. And do you know what that means? That means you have a lot of opportunity to make a lot of this. That's right. A person like myself who grew up in Sacramento, California, would find a lot more opportunity if I could do well for myself in New York City, especially in creative industries like fashion or music. But there's one problem.
The average cost of rent in Manhattan is now $5,000 a month. So if you're looking to move to...
That's ridiculous, y'all. I mean, don't get me wrong, Manhattan is Manhattan, New York is New York, but $5,000? I'm talking about your pockets is dirty. You might have to little duo pieces and weird for something to piece a little bit of change. And now I'm not doing that.
The city, find roommates or reconsider, because now the average single person is gonna pay more.
Yo, I was gonna say that's more than the average American salary, y'all. We paying that in rent in Manhattan, and you barely scraping by, so you definitely doing some little bit of weird for a piece of change out here, man. That's crazy.
More in rent than the average person in the United States makes in their entire salary.
The caption for this video on TikTok says, "Rent in Manhattan just reached an all-time high." And people were concerned, is that $5,000 for a single bed?
It's crazy. They put Vulture Island on there too. Dave, that's a great ass song. I ain't gonna lie to you, but it's true. I feel like New York City is Vulture Island.
Bedroom apartment? He goes, yes, it is. Now keep in mind, this video was July 14th, 2022, which is now over 3 years ago. So I don't even know what it is now, but it was even 60 grand a year just in Manhattan. Now stop the show. I know what guys are gonna say. Not all New York is Manhattan. Now this person says he pays $2,200 in Queens for a huge apartment, and it's great. But again, it's still high, which means that if you're a person in New York City, you need to earn a lot in order to pay for the rising costs. And if you're a single woman living in New York City, that means the stakes are high for you also. Don't get me wrong, you have a really good chance of finding somebody in one of these industries. And if you're a single woman, there are challenges, not even in getting somebody to get married to, but as it appears, dating altogether.
So if you're from New York, you have no chance of dating me because I'm not dating in New York anymore. Like, I have to go take a flight to go see you at this point because I'm not, like, the New York dating pool is full of piss. And I just can't do it no more. To
say it's full of piss is crazy. To say that the pool is full of piss. Think about, like, I want you to think about that. The maximum that it could be full of piss. Like, we're talking about a dating pool here. So the chlorine is not strong enough to clean out the piss. There is no suitable person, they're saying, that can clean out the piss. It's just so strong that the pool is piss.
It's like copy paste the same people.
Now you have a woman that moved to Texas and then she moved back to New York, and she's saying, like, it's not easy for her to date, and she won't even date you if you're in New York because all the people she keeps coming across are the same people. And then I thought about it. Maybe your ass is just the same people and you're attracting everybody like yourself.
Sometimes it's time to look in the mirror. We're talking about the woman in the mirror, man in the mirror. We're talking about Michael Jackson in here right now. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah, maybe you're not that special as you think.
Got him!
Then some of the women in New York are basically canceling themselves even after matching with guys.
Afterwards, they gave you like a paper to fill out and you put down your matches, and then they would send you the information of people that you matched with. So I know y'all want to know if I matched with somebody. Now, I sure did match with somebody, and he was like the only person I matched with, but I didn't want to just put him down on the list because I was like, no, men don't deserve that. So I put down like some other random man, but he ghosted me 2 weeks afterwards. So that's how my speed dating experience went. Bye.
Now, not all women are striking out like the previous.
I think my boy dodged it. He was out here, and at the end of it, he said, "I won." Just saying.
These two. Some women in New York City are trying to get married and trying to get a man, but not just any man. You see, again, New York City is expensive, so if you want to date and have the ability and the funds to live there, you need to have a mate that's on your same level, according to these women. Now women are actually planning out how they can meet some of the guys that they want in these cities. Now, it's also safe to say this. The guys who are dealing in cities like New York City, Washington, D.C., or Atlanta, they really don't have to chase chicks if they're doing very well. And just like any other city that's big, New York City has a large migrant population with a lot of beautiful women, so opportunities to date are very many. So you don't really need to just get married if you're a guy in New York City because it's the biggest city in the world. You have a lot of blacks, Dominicans, whites, whatever. I mean, you're gonna have opportunities left and right. But the women may not feel like this, and they understand that they are competing with a lot of other women for some of the top 10 to 15.
I mean, it's really coming down to who's making the amount of money. If you're making six figures, you're probably like I'm talking about like $100,000 a year, or something like that. You're probably doing maybe okay, but not doing that well, especially depending on like if the average rent is $5,000. But like you try to scrape by, you got a side hustle definitely for sure. That's probably making you another $50,000 or something like that. If you're in New York making $100,000 a year just to go ahead and get by, in my opinion, and that's kind of wild. That's if you're a single man, and that's not even saying if you got like a dog or anything like that, neither. Like, or you got a nice car, or you got a expensive fashion habits or nothing like that. This is just saying like basic information. But man, like that being said, it's not even a strong dating pool for women. It's probably a strong dating pool for men too, because no man's just really gonna be out here trying to get the basic run-of-the-mill chick at that point when you're paying that much in rent.
Percent guys.
And then you gotta pay for her food too. Nah.
So now the strategies are all coming together.
The first thing I do is think about the type of man I'd want to attract and think about where he'd be located. So if I'd want to attract a man in the tech industry, for example, I'd go to a tech mixer where there's mainly going to be men and not a lot of women.
Now, this creator is talking about the New York City market. Now, again, this lady, by the way, stop the show, who is very beautiful, is saying, hey, listen, if I want to date a certain kind of guy, I'm going to just put myself in the position to where those men are going to be at. And this is something that men need to understand. Now, again, I know that men complain about women and, you know, how they're not worth dating. And basically, you have to go out and holler at chicks and stuff like that and get rejected in grocery stores. I understand the frustration. But what she's saying is that if you're a guy and you're on your stuff and they find out that you're a guy about your business, especially if you're amongst other men, they find out. And this is key to understand. They will come to you. Now, I think this lady is very...
I mean, truthfully, yeah, if you are about your business, and that's not just like, oh, I'm making decent amount of money or anything like that. That means that you work on your credit, you in the gym, you eating right, you probably reading a book or something like that every night. You probably got a book that you read in consistently throughout the week that you're trying to go ahead and finish by the end of the week, so that way you can be right and get the mind going and so forth. But that being said, when you're moving that way as a man, you are going to go ahead and find yourself as a magnet, and you should be aware about what you're attracting and be more focused on the criteria that you set for yourself.
Attractive. And it happens all around the world. Again, when I go to certain cities, I hang out in like country clubs, some of the better hotels. And on Friday and Saturday night, you don't have to worry about you going out and looking for dates, because literally the women are just going to somehow be there. And all you got to do is be like, yo, what's up? How you doing? Oh, hello. How are you? What is your name? Yeah, now don't get me wrong. Some of them are booty clappers. But some of those,
Like I said, criteria.
those ladies are looking for a guy that is of a certain class and of a certain value. So this is something that is proof to men that if you're just doing what you're doing, then hey, women are going to come to you. Like, guys are not going to tech conferences and things like that typically to meet women, but the women are going specifically for you. Isn't that what happened with Afrotech, right?
He's right, you know.
So again, this is a sidebar, guys. Worry about doing what you're supposed to do, and the women will follow you. And how do I know? I got proof. Last week on TikTok, a certain lady went viral for talking about how desperate she thought that some of the women are in New York City. It's gotten kind of bad, actually really bad. These women are willing to do almost anything to get a date of the man of their choice. And since they feel like these men are not really going overboard to talk to them, they're going to put themselves in a situation to do it. And yeah.
The dating scene is getting so bad in New York City that I am seeing on TikTok there are girls going into Midtown during the week and stealing Finance Bros salads for lunch. And then looking their name up from the salad order on LinkedIn, and then
Hey, yo!
I'm just so appalled right now. Like, first and foremost, I'm hungry. I'm starving and my salad is now gone. To then find out that this chick stole it to find me on LinkedIn to go ahead and hook up with me, and I'm now having to find out a different way to eat because you stole my salad and you wanted to look me up? That's crazy. Like,
stop!
Come on.
Stop!
All right.
Messaging them through there and being like, hey, oh my god, so sorry, I grabbed your salad, like, let me just make it up to you and buy you a new one. And that's how they're, like, sliding in, which, honestly, smart. Why are we stealing men's salads? Like, why can't they just come up to us at a bar? Like, why is it getting to this point? Men, just please step up, or your salad's gonna get taken, your lunch is gonna get taken every week. Like,
so as you see, what someone are doing is they're basically stealing the guy's salads. They're getting the information, and then they're contacting the guy saying like, oh, by the way, I accidentally took your salad, but I'll buy you one instead. And hopefully that man is attracted to her, and that's her.
That is a weird setup, yo. I'm sorry. That is a weird bait and switch, man. I'm talking about, like, straight up. She talking about, hey, how you doing? Like, let's set it up. Like, I want to go ahead and tell you that I stole your salad, and I wanted to get to know you so bad that I stole your lunch. And you know what? I want to go ahead and buy you lunch. That is a weird setup. And I'm just, like I said earlier, when you're in your grind and when you're working on yourself so much, you might find yourself in a weird situation, and that's what we're talking about right here. This is an interesting situation, a weird bait and switch.
Her way in. And I'm going to tell you why this strategy works. Number one, let's say if that guy were to see her out at the grocery store and she's attractive, he would look at her and be like, damn, man, she hella thick, she fine, but I don't want to waste my time talking to her. What if she shoot me down? But just think about it. If every guy knew in the back of their mind that if they could approach a woman and she would say yes, we would always approach that particular woman because we knew it would be a success. So now what happens is there's a beautiful woman that falls in your lap, and she is fine as hell, and the warm market is there.
Run.
And when the warm market is there, what else is warm? Oh yes, cheek clapping it up is warm. Welcome to Clapathon Technical University. We clap, we clap, we clap, we clap. Next enrollment of students is on September 12th, all right? Make sure you pay your tuition fees.
Got him!
But wait, there's more.
Seeing girls get so creative these days, like they're making bracelets with their phone numbers on them and giving them to you guys at the bars. They are taking pictures of you sneakily and then being like, hey, oh my god, making it their phone screen and then being like, hey, can you take a picture of me and my friends so you can see that.
I have seen that trend, and I feel like that is way beyond creepy. Like it beyond, like it's not creepy. I mean, it could be. I mean, I guess you could say that it is flattering that you took this photo or whatever. But at the same time, it's just like, what? Why are we going this far to go ahead and get yourself put out there in this world and so forth like that? And I know it's probably also on the same side of the fence where we're like, men aren't doing the things to go ahead and be out there, so women are now doing the things that they're doing. But damn, this is a crazy adventure to go on, and I'm glad I'm not a part of it, to be honest.
Your pictures, their home screen, all just different ways to try to talk to you guys because you guys don't come up to us in New York City, and it's crazy. Like, I know there's so many beautiful women, like, just go up to one of them, buy them a drink. You guys have money, you live in the city, you can buy a drink. Stop being cheapos.
So not only are women stealing lunches, but even going up to men and, like I said, presenting their numbers. Now, this is not every woman in New York City, but these are women who want to be proactive. If they want to be married and they want to date a guy that is going to basically take care of them or at least be a high value guy, they know that just waiting around for that guy to come around to them anymore is not going to work. They have to go out and get it themselves. And this is happening in other cities, like in Atlanta, we see it. In Houston, we see it. Like, listen to what the women are saying. These guys don't even approach us anymore. These guys aren't even worried about us anymore. Like, these guys bring your own man when you come to Atlanta. Like, it's all falling back on the man now, right? Where now, we understand that it's also important to be a man and have your stuff together. And so these women will come out and seek you. And this is what I want to give as a sidebar. A lot of men just got to focus on what they're supposed to be doing. And as long as you're doing that and developing, women know who the winners are. Women know who are the guys that are doing something. Like I said, a lot of men could just help each other out. You would have all of the women coming checking for you. Like, again, guys can throw their own speed dating events. Guys can throw their own get-togethers. Like, men can control these things too, and women will come to them because they want to come to the places that you're at. This is the truth. Women want to be around men who have something going on. You might be counting yourself out, but the more you build the community around what you do, the more women want to be around the community that you build because there are things going on in those communities. And now, because the finance guys and the tech guys build their own community, look who's coming to infiltrate it. Women, because that's how it works. And instead of being mad at them, just understand if you got something popping, who cares about, like...
I mean, that's honestly the truth. And the biggest thing that I'm hearing from this at the end, and then I know he's probably just going to be yapping towards the end here too, but the biggest thing that I'm learning is that, truthfully, the ball is in your court, man. Like, if you got your stuff together, you're out here you're physically right, you're getting your finances together. If you got something going on the side that you're trying to build on the side, that's a business or something along those lines. You're taking care of yourself emotionally, spiritually. You're also eating the right diet and so forth like that. The ball is in your court. So now it's time to go ahead and do the things that you can go ahead and do and to control that narrative. And that might be that you have to host an event. You might have to host that pop-up show. You might have to do that speed dating event that you've been thinking about doing. It's time to go ahead and just do the things that you want to, like a Nike check, and get it done. But that being said, y'all, that is the video. I appreciate y'all being here today. Go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.